Hello and welcome to Beacon Engineered Solutions All-Company Housekeeping Procedures Training. We, as a company, have adopted these procedures to establish standards to ensure that its workplaces are kept in a safe, sanitary, and orderly condition. Good housekeeping eliminates workplace hazards and enables all personnel to do their jobs safely and efficiently. Conversely, poor housekeeping creates or conceals hazards that can cause injuries and illnesses. The company expects and requires all employees to be conscious of and apply good housekeeping practices to keep their workplace orderly, neat, sanitary, and safe. Roles and responsibilities of all employees. The owners, corporate officers, and directors, upper managers, and other representatives of the company who may be deemed employers and will carry out their employer duties by providing the resources necessary to implement effectively, overseeing and reviewing these procedures, leading by example by exercising good housekeeping practices in their own work. Managers or other officials in charge of safety at the workplace will be responsible and held accountable for the overall implementation and enforcement. Supervisors will take the following steps to ensure that these procedures are properly implemented, including carrying out daily and monthly inspections to monitor housekeeping in their work areas, departments, and operations, conducting or arranging for the conducting of reviews, spot checks, inspections, and other necessary actions to monitor housekeeping in their work areas and operations, recommending and implementing corrective actions of housekeeping problems identified, enforcing housekeeping standards and, where necessary, via the imposition of discipline, ensuring that all personnel they supervise are familiar with and properly trained to carry out their housekeeping responsibilities. Workers, including temporary staffing, will support implementation by receiving and carrying out instructions and training on how to exercise proper hygiene and housekeeping in their work areas, following all company policies, procedures, and signs, pointing out and helping correct sanitary and housekeeping hazards. A safe, sanitary, and orderly workplace is maintained by 5S. Sort, eliminate whatever is not needed by separating needed tools, parts, and instructions from unneeded. Set in order, organize whatever remains by neatly arranging and identifying parts and tools for ease of use. Shine, clean the work area. Standardize, schedule regular cleaning and maintenance by conducting daily. Sustain, make 5S a way of life by forming habits to follow. All workers, managers, and supervisors will work together to ensure that all work areas and public access areas are checked daily to ensure good housekeeping practices. Excess stock is stacked neatly to prevent items from falling. All workplace entrances and exits are kept free of items that might endanger workers or restrict their movement. All floors, platforms, walkways, ramps, stairways, stairs, and other areas are kept clean, unobstructed, dry, free of all tripping and slipping hazards, and clear of ice and snow in the winter. Mats, pads, rugs, and other items on the floor are checked regularly for tripping hazards, and such hazards are immediately addressed, including where necessary, removing or replacing the item. Items are not piled within the restricted distance from the ceiling to ensure that the sprinklers provide the required protection. Fire alarms, pull stations, hose cabinets, and fire extinguishers are kept free of obstructions and are readily accessible at all times. The locations of fire extinguishers and other emergency response equipment are known by all employees. Fire exits remain free and clear of obstruction and are readily accessible at all times. Adequate lighting is maintained as necessary. Tools are maintained, inspected, cleaned, and immediately removed from service if found defective. All power tools and equipment are properly stored. All wet floor, no entry, and other signs are recognized and obeyed by all personnel. The locations of spill kits are known by all personnel who have spill cleanup duties. Space is left in front of and around electrical panels and switches controlling a service supply, feeder, or branch circuit is kept clear of obstructions that would prevent it from being readily accessible. Report any concerns immediately and as necessary to supervisors and/or manager. Each employee of the company will receive the training and instruction necessary to recognize and carry out their responsibilities. To avoid a scene, keep your workplace clean.